and welcome to episode 2 of the PEP Talk. I'm your host, Christopher Poliasco, and today we are going to be talking about goodbyes. But don't worry, not all goodbyes are sad, so let's get started. First of all, before we move on to learning some new vocabulary and about how to say goodbye, let's do a quick review of last lesson. Last lesson, we were learning about greetings. And so let's do a quick repeat after me for the greetings we learned from the last lesson. The first one, hello. The second one, hi. The third one, hey. Next, we had 3 greetings depending on the time of day. First of all, good morning. Second one, good afternoon. And the third one, good evening. If that felt a little bit too fast for you, don't worry. You can pause the video, go back, and practice some more. But for now, let's move on to saying goodbye. Now, before we go on to learn about words and phrases to say goodbye, I would like to talk about one outdated word. That word is farewell. Farewell was a word that was used in the past, but a lot of people don't use it nowadays. You may hear it every once in a while, but it is not a very common way to say goodbye. So, when it comes to farewell, we can say, farewell! Okay, so let's get started with the basic goodbyes. The first one, a very formal one, and the most traditional. Goodbye. Notice, as we learned in our last lesson, you need to make sure that you are using some form of body language. So let's first repeat after me. Goodbye. Good, excellent. Let's move on to the second phrase. The second phrase is just goodbye, but shortened. And we say, bye. Repeat after me. Bye. And for the last usual way to say goodbye, we just add another bye. So what we say is, bye-bye. Repeat after me. Bye-bye. The reason we do this is it's a little bit more affectionate, meaning it has more feeling than just saying bye. All right, so now that you've learned 3, it's time to move on to the next type of goodbye. The next category of goodbyes are time-based goodbyes. What that means is that they have something to do with the time. I'll give you the first example. The first example was brought up in last class. And that is, good night, good night. Now, when you say good night, you are usually saying this at nighttime. So, if it's nighttime and you're either on the phone or talking to a person face to face, you could say, good night. The next time-based goodbye is if you say, see you later. Now, if you use see you later, it means that you plan to see the person again in the future. So one more time, repeat after me. See you later. Excellent, great job. The final time-based goodbye is see you next time. Now, see you next time, you would use if you know that you are going to see the person again. For example, if you are taking the same class together, you could say, see you next time. Repeat after me, see you next time. All right, perfect. Now, if you want to practice those again, you can go ahead and pause the video, go back, and practice one more time. Now, the final category of goodbyes are what I like to call caring goodbyes. These goodbyes show that you care for the person or care for what their life will be like in the future. So the first one is the easiest one, and all you have to say is, take care. Repeat after me, take care. Great job. Now, the next one is talking about the person's day or night. So you can say goodbye by saying, have a good day. Repeat after me. Have a good day. The other version, have a good night. Repeat after me. Have a good night. Now, of course, with have a good day, you are saying during the daytime, and have a good night, you are saying during the evening. The next one is very commonly used on Fridays. Say you're at work or at school, and you are saying goodbye to someone for the weekend. What you can say to them that shows that you care is, have a nice weekend. Repeat after me. Have a nice weekend. Excellent. Now, one helpful tip that I want to bring up for all of these ways of saying goodbye that have good or nice. You can also add things like great. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. You can also add more fun words like have an amazing weekend. Though this will sound pretty strange if the person is not someone you are close to. For example, if you go up to your boss and say, have an amazing weekend, he's probably going to look at you very strangely. So make sure that you use the correct phrases depending on the situation, whether you're with close friends or with people who you are not so close with. The final way to say goodbye that I would like to bring up in today's class is a goodbye when you don't know when you're going to see the person again. This is a goodbye that I use pretty frequently, which means I use this a lot. And that is, have a good one. Have a good one just means have a good day or have a good night. And it implies that you might see them in the future, but you don't really know when. So repeat after me. Have a good one. Excellent. Good job. And those are all the ways that we're going to learn for saying goodbye in today's class. Now, one important thing, remember that you should always use some form of body language when you are saying hello or goodbye. And now you are able to say greetings from the last lesson, and you're able to tell people goodbye. So these will work together when we bring it all together in the next class to learn more about building conversations by introducing ourselves. Now, before we leave, remember that it's important that you practice these phrases out loud. You can practice to your friends, your family, or even to a mirror. Any way will help build your confidence in speaking English. So before we go, let's go over all of the goodbyes that we learned. Repeat after me. The first one, goodbye. The second one, bye. The third one, bye-bye. Now to practice our time-based goodbyes. The first one, good night. The second one, see you later. The third one, see you next time. And the last ones, let's go over our caring goodbyes. The first one, take care. The second one, have a good day. Have a good night. Also, bonus practice, have a great day. Have a great night. The next one we use on Fridays before the weekend. Have a good weekend. And bonus, have a great weekend. And double bonus, have an amazing weekend. And the final one for when we don't know when we're going to see the person again. Have a good one. Perfect. Great job. And that's going to be all for our lesson today on goodbyes. Next class, we're going to be learning about how to introduce ourselves to these people that we are greeting and saying goodbye to. So I hope that you tune in next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get a notification when the new episode comes out. But for now, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.